Hello everybody, this is Turkey Dragon, and it is the day after the blood moon. Originally there was plans for different videos, but one of the things I needed for one of the videos is not working at the moment, so I'm trying to get that fixed. And the other one had a little, like, I was trying to promote something for the roleplay Mythical and some of the roles in that that were open. Some of them had been filled by the time I was ready to finally post it. I'm like, dang it. Because I wanted to get editing done and all that, and then before I could even finish editing, we had the role filled, and it's like, okay. Well, now I gotta like either scrap the whole thing or refilm it, audio wise. And I figured I'd just redo the whole thing. And then the thing decided to break, so it was like, oh great. So instead, we're gonna go ahead and do some more questing on 7 days. Yeah. Hopefully the issue that's causing me problems regarding the video that needs to get done gets fixed here soon. Because we can't even do regular videos for Mythical until it gets fixed. So I think what's going on, what I've talked with my the person that helps me run the server, we're thinking that it's just some routine maintenance going on, and so the server is down for said routine maintenance. And I'm hoping that's the case. I'm just hoping that's the case. Because it would suck if it was not the case. Alright. So our goal today is to get as many books as possible. And as much ammunition as possible. Because we're running low. Because although the stacks in my inventory seem like a lot, they're really not. Very much not. And we have until the next blood moon to either get the stuff available to craft the ammunition, or to find enough. Okay, this should do me for water. Another thing we're going to keep a heavy eye out for is any bit of stone we can get our hands on. Because man, is stone helpful. Okay. Almost there. We're almost at the quest site. I'll take all the bird nests. Ooh, that's a stone. Okay. Yeah, these are some big stones. We're gonna quickly grab these, because any bit of stone we can get our hands on is good stone. We're still waiting on Rect to change his trades in hopes that he gets us a pickaxe. Which would be nice. It'd be very nice. Another batch of stone for the collection. I honestly forget which quest type we grabbed. Why did I go incredibly quiet? I don't need to go incredibly quiet. It's not like the zombies can hear me. But that would be a horrifying thing to like have, is just like proximity chat, the option to just have it on at all times. Like you can like still trigger a button to turn it off, but just to have it like on primarily at all times would be kind of horrifying. Because currently, like, I think it's just a setting that you can have it on to push to talk. I think that's a thing. I don't think anyone even uses it, considering that we all talk through Discord usually. And how many people are actually willing to use push to talk these days? We're all kind of lazy. We don't want to push a button to make ourselves heard. We're here. Ooh, is this one of those lake areas? I think it's one of those lake areas. Kind of like where we're at. Go ahead and pick up every stone. Let's pick up this free XP real fast. Yeah, it's one of these lake areas. I think I remember having one of these in one of my earlier worlds. Had one of the loot crates just straight up go right off the edge of this island here, right into the water. Fun times. Alright. Now before we start the mission, we do some clearing. And then we run back, empty our loot, and return. Alrighty. Now we got him down. Let's see. Yeah, cookbook. Wonder why someone would put a can of soup in the oven, but I'll take it. Give me that. Ooh, more lockpicks. I'll take it. Not a whole lot in this kitchen this time. Duffel bag. Give me that. Ammunition pile, yes. Okay. Gotta love secret compartments. Medicine cabinet. Do we go up or down first? Let's go up. Okay, we got a couple of friends over here. Got one eliminated. Perfect. Got a door there. Okay, I think the heavy loot is gonna be downstairs. Scrap that because we don't need another bone knife. Jeez. Trying to preserve my ammo here. Shotgun ammo. Like I need more shotgun ammo. But I'll take it anyway. Scrap. I mean, it means more stone for me, I guess. Oh no, it's a herd of teenage boys. Alright, that's taken care of. Well, on the bright side, he opened that for me. Dang it. I was hoping for one of those workbooks. Alright. Anything I can toss or get rid of. Ooh, I can scrap those? Yes, please. Because I don't use arrows. Ooh, cash? Yes. Good to know that can be used as medical supplies as well. Alright, time to head back to base. Drop all the stuff. Once we drop all the stuff, then we can get this, the lovely loot in the house here for a second time. Free XP, don't mind if I do. There we go. Oh, I have 3 skill points to spend? Yay. That's good to know. We can spend that. We can spend that later. When we have a moment to breathe. What I can also start doing is tearing apart some of the vehicles and getting some of the stuff from that. You're a funky chicken. Ooh, leather's helpful. Why does thinking have to be difficult? I can scrap those, but they're helpful. Yeah, let's scrap it. I can always make more once I got a forge. We're getting ourselves a good amount of stone. That's a good thing. Yeah, bug off. You're hardly worth the effort. Most you do is take my weapon durability. I forgot I had my sandwiches. Ooh, duct tape's helpful. Kinda need seeds. I don't want to waste the clay, even though we have a crap ton of it. What I really don't need is feathers. Sure, they might get me a couple of extra dukes, but not many. Potato seed. That. Let's not touch anything else except rocks. Because I do not have the space and I keep wanting to grab everything. And of course I get infection again when those zombies got me earlier. Such is the awfulness of life in this apocalypse. Damn. Another one of the Forsaken down. Poor Forsaken souls. Definitely more than quadrupled our stone. Didn't we like start like with 70 when I went out? Now we're at 400. Not a lot. In the construction side of things. But it's way better than 70. You do get away with a lot of upgrading with that. Alright. We're almost back. Just a little while farther. Gonna have to go past Rex. We'll just go around Rex this time. Don't... I had to tell my brain to not go into the darn nest. Odd hole. I can't wait until certain hotspot areas get restocked with stuff. Because it also, if I remember correctly, affects vehicles too. In like, if you get any of the emergency vehicles, you have a chance to get some of their stuff all over again. So like fire trucks, you get your fireman's almanac. Ambulances, you get your medical stuff. Police cars, you can get weapons or ammunition. It's all very helpful. And ammunition, ammunition is key to survival on a blood moon. And I can most certainly use some better weapons. We've almost made it. Then we can drop our loot and run on back. And after the next loot run, I can get the next mission, and hopefully we can clear Rex missions and whatnot quickly. Because we need our... We need to get the next trader. The more traders we have located, the more frequently we can check for certain supplies we could definitely use. Now then, I think the traders we have with the biomes given to us, Q I think is the winter biomes, and then Jen is those biomes. Joel, if I were to guess, would be like I would see him a lot in like the regular biomes, so hoping he would be somewhere around here. Okay. These things put away. So much concrete and I love it. Nope, give me my stone back. go. Wait, don't I have more cash somewhere? Yes, I do. Let's get that going. Alright, time to make our long journey back. Before anything, I make sure... Oh, yep, someone's messaging me on Discord. Oh, nope, it's just a ping. Dang. Anyways, I'll give the mythical server a few more days to fix itself, otherwise I'm gonna assume the worst. I can probably pull all the information off of the server and reapply it, hopefully. I am so hoping that can be the case. I know I'm gonna probably do this in the announcement video as well, but I might as well, since we're walking and getting some of this done here on 7 days, might as well let you know what those roles are for the mythical that are open. So we are currently looking for body actors. All you have to do is run Java, Minecraft, and mods. There's going to be less than 100 mods, so you don't have to be absolutely the best mod pack runner ever. But as long as you can run some mods, you are fine. And the reason we need body actors is for certain characters that are required, but cannot, like, make it for voice acting at the moment. So we just need your characters to, essentially just, you're essentially just gonna cover for their physical part, and then later they'll record their voice lines and send it to me so I can edit those in. Because we have actually one voice actor that's all the way in Europe, and we wanna support our voice actors in what ways we can. I was hoping to keep my actors specifically here in the US, but the person that helped me get this started decided to panic around getting casting done, which is not the thing you want to do when you want a proper casting. And I don't want to tell them no, they can't do it because of this, and this when it's really not their fault. Now, if it was a case of they were a night owl, it would have been a lot easier to work with, but unfortunately, everyone has their lives too, and their life doesn't give them the ability to be, well, a night owl. And then we will have more characters pop up as the series goes on. For example, we when I casted the villain, I also unintentionally casted our restaurant's chef. And some roles that we could definitely see coming in is a secondary chef, because most restaurants need more than one person to run a kitchen, or even to cover other workers when one takes time off. Wait, does this place have a mailbox? If this place is a mailbox, I really screwed up. I don't see a mailbox. I think we're good. I do see trash though. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's see what we got this time around. Rotten flesh in the desk. That's lovely. Another sandwich. More cookbooks. Question mark. Bones. Okay. More rotten flesh. Okay. Coffee. I'll take it. Oh, they really don't like having this kitchen stocked, do they? Alright. In compartment. Give me that. Paper. I don't think I need another pot right now, so I can sell that. Vegetable stew. Yeah. Alright, up we go. There we go. I can make fork bites now. Alright. We got some good stuff. Recharge extremely quickly. Oh, jeez. our main loot. Alright, let's figure out some stuff to scrap. I think that scraps into leather, right? Scrap. Goes to metal. Scrap. Goes to metal. And okay, it scraps some armor pieces, which is fine. I can handle armor pieces. Corn! Scrap that. Scrap that. Alright. Oh, I can scrap these. I can live without 3 pieces of paper. Now it's starting to get tough on the decisions here. Oh, I still have room to eat that. Sorry, crossbow parts. I can, I'm sure, find more of you. Now time to go back up. Oh, there's more trash under here. Alright, let's see here. Mechanical parts are useful, so I can't really toss those. I come across a lot of bones, so there we go. Let's get on out of here. And of course it does it further that way. I can go get that in a minute. Looks like I gotta come back this way either way. So I can dump the stuff, sell stuff, and come back here and loot vehicles, scrap vehicles, and all that. All going to get the loot drop. Encumberment is such a pain. Since I'm starting to get scrapping for funds and some And I've got a wrench now. I can start going all in on salvage operations. So we can get some nice useful parts. At some point, like, in the future, I would probably like to do some streaming at some point. None of that will happen until I eventually move out to preserve, privacy, because a lot of my family members, when they like to come into my room, love to just say my name out loud for all to hear. That or yell it across the house, which is like, come on, I keep my name off the channel for a reason. And I actually have multiple reasons as to why I keep my, identity off the internet. One of those is simply, like, some people just have the luck to just blossom overnight, popularity-wise. And you never know if your content's eventually gonna be that kind of stable. No one knows when it really happens. Half the time, they don't even know why it happens. They just know that people enjoy their content. And in the weird off chance that somehow, some way, sometime, that if my content reaches that, I don't want people just hounding any family members of mine because they're tied to me. Because once someone's famous, all privacy to you and your loved ones goes out the window. It's one thing if, like, someone wants the attention. It's another for someone who doesn't want it. And I don't want to force any of my family members to have that. I want them to be able to pick their lives. Everyone has a right to choose what they do with their lives in the long run. And it's not my right to force my popularity onto someone who doesn't want it. Especially my younger siblings. Because I have 5 younger siblings. A lot of people can say they have however many siblings they want. And there's quite a few families that are big or small. But with the fact that I have so many more siblings, that's just so many more lives affected by what could have potentially been my reckless actions. I'd rather not have my siblings suffer because some creep out there wants to get my attention.
Well, if you wipe that smirk off your face, doing one job doesn't make us pals. Got it? You know the drill, asshole.
Alright. Restocks on day 10. Almost there.
Cha-ching! Thanks, buddy.
Okay.
I got some shit work. Well, don't just stand there with your thumb up your ass. Go do the goddamn job.
Oh, and that's actually in the area closer to where I live. That makes it so much nicer. Let's drop the stuff off, go get the loot drop. And then we can make our way to the mission. I'll probably get back to the base, then do the mission. Gotta love living in a neighborhood full of kids. Brings a lot of energy out here. Although I personally prefer quiet. Oh, right, I was talking about the effects of why I don't want my name out there. Another thing is, like, I personally, like, do not like cameras, nor do I like people, I don't like people that I don't know knowing my name. I work in retail and that would seem like very silly, but just having someone I don't know just come around and say my actual name, it kind of creeps me out. It, like, even if it's, like, logical, they should know your name because you're wearing your name tag, I still don't like people knowing my actual name. I don't know how many people have that issue. I guess it's also could be something tied to my absolute paranoia. Although one day, like, I might do, like, a somewhat face reveal in the future. I say somewhat because I'll likely be wearing something that doesn't fully give me away. If I do a face reveal, it's probably going to be a case of I'm going to be wearing something. Okay, I had medical supplies here, I think. Wait, no, I need that. know if that factor makes me weird or not, but it's who I am. I should pull these out of here and put them up here, I think. Where was the other one? Oh. Alright, let's go get our supplies. And let's also trade out the hammer for the wrench. We're gonna go ahead and get some vehicle supplies while we're at it. Man, have we been unlucky with the workstation books, the Forge Aheads. I was really hoping for some, because you really need those in order to get the better workstations, such as like, because you have to get the forge and the cement mixer before you can even get the workbench. And the workbench is one of the what things we need for ammunition and the drawbridge. Anything that's bigger to craft, you have to use the workbench to do so. So I'm really hoping for some Forge Aheads, because without them, it's gonna be really painful to try and get what we need done. I don't think we're gonna get enough books for that until the next blood moon at the very least. From like how long it's taking to just get the ones for the dew collector alone. And the forge is not that far from getting the dew collector. You only need a couple more books after the dew collector to get the forge. So to get all the way to the workbench, that's gonna be... No, that one's gonna take a while. Get every piece of stone we can. Because just because I am on a specific mission doesn't mean I can't get some of the resources going for the other bits that are necessary. Give me that stone. I also want to try and raid the location with the clear quest. The first round at the very least. Before nightfall. Because if I can clear it before nightfall, all I have to do is go in the morning and get what I needed done. How far away are you? It almost looks dusk over here. Hopefully it's not too far. Well, we got some free meat. Repair that. Wasn't intending to hunt a pig, but I'll take it, I guess. Okay. A few of the things I very much love about 7 Days is just because it's not lore heavy, it's still, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have some story behind it. Because clearly there's a story behind this that we don't know about. But it doesn't rely on its story to be a fun game. I enjoy that. 'Cause not every game has to have a full-on story to become fun. A lot of people, like, although a story would be nice to go along with it, it doesn't necessarily need one. A lot of people take that for granted. Although I'm a sucker for a good story myself, yeah, the fact that it's absent from its story is kind of absent, kind of leaves room for those to make their own stories in here. Although I wish there would be like a note system kind of like in Minecraft where you can like leave little notes and stories behind. That'd be kind of cool. Like we could actually make some graffiti to just put on the sides of our bases or on the sides of in-game world walls. Let me tell you, the lighting difference between the burnt forest and out here is pretty decent. How far is this thing? How far did they put it? Because I ain't sitting at my base till midday for them to drop the supply drop just to put it somewhere relatively close by. You got stuff to do, man. Oh, finally. Got some numbers here. Forge ahead, thank you. We got at least one today. Gosh darn, will I even have time to, like, clear the one building of stuff? Dang. Hopefully the place we got our quest at is small. Okay. I swear if it's in more burnt forest. Gosh darn it. Why did they have to put it so far away? Jeez, we're over 1,000 meters from home. We're about 2,000. They better have made it that whatever we're getting something good. It can't be anything lackluster for this kind of travel. The only good things were the crafting skill bundle and the antibiotics. What a joke. Bug off. Alright, time to head back to the base and dump all of our loot. Can't believe they made us travel all that way for some cruddy loot. I'm ignoring you. I don't even care for the free XP right now. I just want to get back home and dump the stuff. I only have like 4 in-game hours to clear out that one building now. And that is not a whole lot of time. And I don't even have a vehicle. I am currently attempting to get my hands on one. We're back at the burnt forest. Waiting on our stamina to come on back. At least we got over 1,000 stone. Will that last long? No. If we're able to loot the building, it's going to be very, very clutched. Because I don't know how fully far it is from our base. We can at least do that. Clear one more inventory space for loot. Alright. I mean, if he's gonna let me slip past him, I'm gonna take it. I know a lot of you are very like you guys are half the time tired of some of the game music. And a nice little thing that I have, like, I require certain sounds to mentally function. That includes like music and whatnot. I can't stand the silence too long. And to just edit in music, like unless you're like full on keeping the music in the game like off at all times, it's gonna like the music of that's you're editing in is usually gonna just wind up on top of the in-game music, which half the time it's like, you gross. why did you think on doing that? So for those of you that would prefer like me to just turn off the game music to just full on embrace the editing and put in some new music in your editing, yeah, you're telling me to just screw over my mental state just so you can have better music. So yeah, I can't be without music for too long. It just unsettles me to a high degree. Because a lot of you kind of know the feeling like in horror movies how they play that dramatic music, that eerie music just to unsettle you, only to cut the music and just let you sit in it for an unorthodox amount of time just to make you uncomfortable. That's basically my world, except the absence of music is just the moment where they get rid of the music altogether. I don't need the horror music prior to the silence to commit that eerie feeling. And it is very unnerving. So, for those of you asking for music and whatnot, especially in Let's Play videos, it's probably not gonna fully happen in Let's Play videos. Mainly it's because of the points I made before. But anything like roleplay wise, I tend to turn off the music as to not distract myself from my characters. And typically there's people actually speaking in those scenarios, so like I can actually keep myself grounded in reality in that sense. So it's not nearly as bad. But when I'm just doing like solo content, kind of like this, or in Minecraft, I kind of need the music to actually function as a person. And I'm not just gonna toss on some music on YouTube just to listen in the background, because 9 times out of 10 I'm not even sure what I want to listen to at the moment, and a lot of the music I tend to enjoy listening to tends to be copyrighted, so I don't want to just toss on some music for myself, find out it's copyrighted later when the video gets demonetized, even though I don't make money off of this. That would just turn bad real fast. Especially if I do, because I do want to make money off some of the videos. Not all of it, not all of the videos, but some of the videos, like, for certain instances, I will want to make money off of, mainly for the channel itself. Like, any revenue that I get from the channel would probably be going towards the channel. And to have any money go towards the channel that I currently don't have to spend doesn't exist right now. But on the time where it does eventually exist, I want it to actually be an option and not have my channel demonetized for a crap ton of instances where I just put on copyrighted music without realizing and paying the price later. So that's where I stand when it comes to music. I know a lot of the bigger YouTubers typically find some music that they can inevitably put on their videos. But I do not have the time to go doing research on all of that, unfortunately. Otherwise, that would have been an option a long time ago. I'm also trying to like think of certain music for some upcoming roleplays that would fit the themes of those roleplays, especially certain scenarios, because I really want to, because I believe like music should be a tool that enhances the experience, not just takes it. It's not, music is to enhance. It doesn't entirely replace the entire experience. If you're looking to rely on music for your videos versus the content, you're gonna fail pretty bad. But if you want music to enhance your videos, now you're on a path. Because just playing music on a crappy video, like, the most people are gonna do is like tune you out and just listen to the music. There's times and places for music. And right now with how I have things set up, it is not the time or the place. And when it comes to like gaming as well, you don't get the full experience without listening to some of the game music. To just overwrite the entire feel of a certain game by just getting rid of its tone and setting, I think just takes away from the experience. Someone playing Minecraft, like just a regular vanilla survival. The point of playing a vanilla survival is to not take away from the experience of vanilla Minecraft. And I think certain musics would just take away from the experience of vanilla Minecraft. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do a whole lot on the scavenging department. I had a feeling it would fall into this. But yeah, that's where my point stands with music. I hope you all can respect that. There's the base. Glorious as ever. Alright, let's run in quickly. Get the stuff we need out of our inventory. And let's see if we can do a quick rush on raiding the location. Alright, now that we can run a lot faster, let's check out where we gotta go. Not horribly far. Looks like just down the road here. Is it the broken house there? I think. I'm thinking it's the broken house over there. Maybe the house next door to it. I thought that sign was a zombie for a sec. The house next door to it. Alright. Okay, I think I remember the setup to this house. Yeah, this is familiar. Let's grab all the loot. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay. As soon as we got this cleared out, we can... Once we got this cleared out, we can... We can happily just raid tomorrow. Oh, I would have missed this trash can. Ooh. Okay, that is worth it. Alright. We've got most of the supplies. Tomorrow we can come grab the last of it. And do our quest. You are a pain in the butt to deal with, so no, I don't want to deal with you. His kind can get pretty fast when they want to be. And your kind can be tanky if you want to be. I just want to get back to the base. In one piece. Preferably taking care of my armor here. almost to this hill. Then I can sprint up the hill to go that little bit faster. Base is just on the other side here. And while we're taking the break for the night, I can do my skill points and check for any messages that were muted by Discord. There we are. Alright, just in time for nighttime. We'll put some extra books in here for the day I eventually get some co-players with us. And we have some fun. And now I have one of each on there, which is nice. Let's check my gear. I still want the scavenger boots though. Scavenger set's the one I want. So we'll save these for later. We'll save them for later. Scrap that. And I apparently missed a soup on me. A can of pasta, okay. Do I have armor crafting kits? No, I do not. Well, now I do. Alright, time to go into the skills. Alright. Salvage operations. We start going in on you. I want to go into that next. Alright, and I shall see you all when the sun comes back up. Alright, and we're back. I did some repairs on the stairs this morning and cooked up some of the food last night. So all we have to do is go over to our mission over here and get her done. Ooh, purse. Hey, money. There's some free dukes. Yeah, all I did during the night was some trivial stuff that anyone would be doing to pass the night. I even did some stuff in IRL just to make the night seem like it's going faster. Oh well, chicken escaped. Alright. I know there were some things I wound up leaving behind. Where were they? Don't think there was anything on the main floor. Basement maybe? Trying to remember. Before you all start giggling at my misfortune of not remembering where I left things, I don't lie when I say I have a horrible memory. Okay. There might be something up here. Empty, empty, nope. Alright, if it's all in the bathroom. Bam, bam. 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 And then there's that. There we go. Appears to be no safes. And I nearly forgot to do this. Let's see what we can get. Now we can start the quest. Ooh, level 1 battery? Yes, please. Since I already ripped up the car before, might as well rip it up again. Level 1 batteries are more for selling. They aren't worth, they are absolutely not worth making anything out of. But it does mean that I am able to get some batteries now, which is nice. Ooh, Duke coins? Yes, please. Even if I run out of space in my inventory, I can just kill all the zombies, come on back, and get the rest of the loot. Okay. Like that. Sandwich. Yes, please. let's open up the doors. Time to grab loot. Okay. Nothing grand so far on the loot department, but way less this time in here. And bam. Supposedly that was all of them. Okay, yes please. Time to get the rest of the loot. What can I... I think nails are easy enough. Alright, let's get the loot back home. Of course you're out here. Come here. Let's get all of the stuff back to the base, come back, finish off the rest, tear up the cars on the way back to the base to drop off that stuff, and go over to Rex and trade some stuff. The next in-game day is gonna be restock day. But I think at some point in this in-game day, I'm gonna go ahead and call it an episode, and I'll start up a new one afterwards. I was doing so good on my commentary up until like nighttime. Where did my commentary go? How dare I? You guys have been sitting here in silence the whole time, I'm sure. ever since I started the actual quest. So, what do you like when it comes to my several different series that I've got going on here? What are you guys excited to see in your favorite one? If it's here in 7 Days to Die, what is gonna be your favorite? What are you looking forward to for 7 days? Or if it's Minecraft, what are you looking forward to in, like, whether it be Mythical, Turkey's Journey, and all of that? Or perhaps you're waiting on Raft to come back. Fun fact, like half of my commentary on Raft was just me talking about the stuff for Mythical unintentionally. And when that stuff became outdated, I'm like, I don't want to record over all of that commentary. That's gonna be so much talking over that. No. Yeah. Fun times. Fun times. Put that in there. Bam. Bam, bam. Bam. And bam. Alright. Let's go get the rest of that stuff. And as I'm sure you guys have noticed, I committed the overhydration in order to reset my infection to nothing, because I'd rather not deal with the infection beyond like 20%, because it is a pain. It already, like, once it reaches like 20% and higher, it definitely screws with you. At that point it starts really screwing with your, like, health, how hungry and thirsty you, and how often you are hungry and thirsty, how quickly your energy drains. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. I'd rather just not, if you know what I mean. I'd just rather not. Not too much to ask. Alright. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about food for a while, considering, like, as it turns out, it's a really, really helpful thing to, like, be right next to the winter biome, because a lot of the bigger predators give you a lot of meat. I totally wasn't talking with my mic muted. Shush. I totally didn't have to do a thing, which resulted in a ton of giggling. Let's see. We've got all the stuffs. And now all we have to do is rip up some cars. We can start with this one. We can loot them as well. Scrap that because we don't need another axe. And when it comes to getting parts for vehicles, realistically, you're only going to need maybe one stack of the vehicle lights, the headlights. Because beyond one stack, you've got too many. You're not gonna make that many vehicles, not unless you're very crappy about your vehicles and keep breaking them all. By that point, I'm pretty sure you're hopeless, so. Alright, let's see if we can get some useful parts. The parts we're looking for is primarily the engine and the battery. Speaking of the devil, there's our first engine. We're gonna need a lot of engines and batteries. Not just for our vehicles, but also for the traps. Because some traps, especially the electronic ones, will require some of these materials. And the higher the grade battery you got, the better you got it going for you. And I think it takes, if I'm remembering correctly, 6 engines per the thing required to do some of the traps. Like, I think it's like the power source, the generator for your engine. You're gonna need a lot of fuel, you're gonna need a lot of engines. And these things don't stack, so how much space do I got left? I got a little bit of space left. Let's go that little bit of a longer way around. And you can only get the engines and batteries out of the more proper vehicles, not the ones that are absolutely torn to pieces, kind of like that one. Tractors are also a very good spot as well. So I think I'll drop by there first. Alright. Let's see here. Doing this, you'll also get quite a bit of fuel, which is nice. Do I have any repair kits on me? I don't think I do. Dang it. Okay. Well, we can drop by the base and repair this real fast. Drop by the Rex place. Grab our next mission. And then stay in the area until the drop happens. We can just rip up a bunch of vehicles until then. Because no way in heck am I traveling a crap ton of distance again for it to drop it even farther from home than it did last time. Because that cost us a ton of time we could have been using to do our mission. Because I was hoping to, at the very least, get a full clear on done in the house and just do the mission in the morning. I barely got that clear done and then had to be at home. So I had to finish the first clear the next day, which is not ideal. Crops are looking good though. I think I'm gonna leave the crops alone for now because we got quite a bit of food. Quite a bit of food. Alright. What does this do? I can probably stick that on my axe here. Perfect. I could probably sell that. Definitely gonna sell those. Any more radiators I got? Because radiators are useless. I can get rid of them. Beautiful. Filthy water there. Alright, let's... Before I forget, where is it? Because I nearly forgot. Wait. I don't have any mods on my shovel. What am I doing? Whenever I need it, that mod will come in handy, damaging dirt. Alright, let's head on over. I'm only going to use the pumpkin pie, or pumpkin cheesecake to get some extra better deals and dukes at the same time. So I'll probably start using it tomorrow if need be. But I want to use it sparingly because the beer that you need to get for it, not easy to come by, and you can't make it for quite a long time. Another thing I could do as well while I'm waiting on the drop to happen midday, if I run out of vehicles, I can start scavenging the houses nearby. Get the resources out of those. That way, if we ever have to get a mission that's also in one of the houses over there, I don't have to then empty out the house prior, because it's already going to be empty. Nearly forgot to hit repair on that. There we go. And now we got our wrench repaired and a zombie dead. Okay.
Oh, didn't we agree your first job was going to be free?
It ain't my
Damn,
first job, buddy.
This is all I can spare. You got money this time, or you just here to piss me off?
Sell that, and sell that. And also that.
No refunds. Deal's done. Now beat it, fucker.
Bruh. Chill. Alright,
Listen,
well, we'll do that
Pact,
one.
You better not fuck this up, or I'll cut your goddamn throat.
Ah, yes, threats. The best thing to do in the zombie apocalypse. I forgot to put the engine away. How dare I? Potentially a little farther east than us, so we'll leave that alone for now. And let's stick to the plan. We'll save that mission possibly for next episode. You know what? Yeah, grab the nest. Alright, so the plan is simple. Just continue on down this road and rip up any vehicle we see. That's it. That's the plan. And if they haven't been raided, then we raid them. Actually, I think I raided this. You know what? I think we raided this day 1 or 2. And every so often stuff gets reloaded. So that way you can raid it again, which is nice. Alright. Even the broken ones we're gonna go ahead and scrap. Because the only vehicles I technically care about are anything emergency-wise. Because the emergency vehicles have the better loot. These can have okay loot, but not nearly as good. Oh yay, another engine. I'll take it. Okay. By the time we finally need a lot of the supplies, we're gonna be ready with it. Ooh, double vehicles. Yes, please. Battery-wise, we need like 3 or higher. 6 is the most preferred. But until we get our salvage operations and the scrapping for fun up, those ones will be a little harder to get. As far as I'm aware, you can't really You can't really craft batteries, so finding them is the best method you can get them. Get back to this guy. Look at all that supplies. We're doing good. And a lot more useless radiators. At least they make you good money. This could have been like a cute koi pond if the creators actually allowed ponds to exist. I'm gonna go after these vehicles next. Alt vehicle. I think our mission's one of the properties around our lake. That makes things nice and simple, because pretty sure I already rated it all. But if anything restocked, I can go in and be double sure. Alright, let's go drop our loot and then pick a random one of these. I think we're gonna pick one of the farther houses on this road here to go ahead and raid while we wait for the loot drop, because that's gonna be happening here pretty shortly actually. Give me that trash. I wonder where we're at for all the books. Because we've been getting a lot of books. I wonder where we're at with them. Alright, and while we're here, let's actually check on the water situation. Got one more. Alright, let's go and raid some houses. And I'm sure you've noticed how I didn't drop off the radiators. That's mainly because I don't want to just clog my chests up with that. I should probably make a crate somewhere outside for the sellables. Logically, that would just make your items value way less than it already is, but this is game logic. Who cares? Alright. So that one on the left, on the far end there, we've already raided. Is there anything house-wise past that? Or do we start going for its neighbors? I think we just start going for its neighbors. So our options are the greenhouse to the right and the, what looks to be, damaged house on the left. Damaged house seems potentially smaller, so I might go for that one first. I think we'll go for this one here first, and then we'll go for that one, then finish off with that one. And this can be our new routine for whenever we're waiting for... Oh, is there a doggo around? Probably killed him off already. Alright. Ooh, good stuff there. That one's locked. Let's go to the front. Alright, there's... Oh. They actually gonna make it... They're making it close by! What a surprise. Typically they try to screw you over by putting it somewhere far away. Okay, let's see how much space we'll have. Ooh. Let's see how much space we'll have after we finish raiding this house here. Then we'll go get it. I knew it was too... Hey! I knew it was too good to be true to do it in one lockpick. Really? Only a 4-grip mod? This house has definitely seen better days. Corn. Could you imagine, like, if the zombie's corpse was just sitting there, the character just dunks the head in? Wouldn't be useful, but it'd be pretty funny. But don't actually do that to the people you know. It's just rude. Especially if they're not in on the joke. Alright. Well, they seem to have failed keeping the zombies out, despite their locked doors. There we go. Any loot in here? Scrap that. Where's our big loot location? That's what I want. Because there's bound to be a big loot somewhere. Is there no big loot for this location? That's really sad if there isn't. Dang. Oh well. That just means we have plenty of room for the supply drop. Hopefully no bears come around while I'm trying to grab the loot. Because bears are the bigger things that can show up in the winter biome. And I am nowhere near prepared for a bear. Oh, you bug off. I see the smoke. We're almost there. Don't judge me for stopping to get stone. Stone's useful. And it'll remain useful until the base is fully upgraded. Which is gonna take a very long time. Because stone is required for most of the upgrades in what you can get for your base. Because it's needed for cobblestone and it's needed for stinking concrete. That's some worthy loot right there. Let's go this way around. Alright, I need to walk until I need to swim. Almost made it across. And there we go. Let's get this piece of stone here. Now we can head back to the base, drop off our goodies. And we'll call it an episode. Alright. Let's grab a bite to eat. I love my sandwiches. Are they healthy for you? Probably not. Am I still eating them? Definitely. following the wrong thing, but getting to the right location. The perks of having the mission nearby. Okay, now we drop all the stuff. Give me my clay back. Bam, bam, bam. Might as well just plant these since I have them in my inventory. Alright. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this episode of 7 Days Turkey Chaos. And next episode we're gonna be doing that. We're also gonna be taking care of those last 2 houses on that corner. And it's gonna be a time. I am so surprised I didn't get dysentery from that. Let's eat the potato here. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave some comments on what you're excited to see next. Like if there's something you guys would like to see added, some extra tips even. When it comes to editing, feel free to critique how I edit things or how I comment. Just know that, like, I won't always agree on the style of editing you prefer, and that is fine. I will try and have, like, editing and whatnot be equally good on both ends. I'm still working on my editing. It's not going to be great for some time yet, but hopefully one day we'll get there. In the meantime, I shall see you all later. Bye-bye!